DOPEST community, what's poppin'? We are back. We are back with this highly anticipated reaction to Mac Miller, Balloonerism. Salute to all the Mac Miller fans, the day ones that are still here, part of the channel, enjoying this reaction with us, enjoying this album. Let me know in the comments how many times you spun this album. If you spin it every single day, you know, is it getting better with age like fine wine? Y'all let me know, man. But without further ado, let's get into this $5 pony ride. We got $5 pony ride, Friendly Hallucinations, and Miss Deborah Downer, man. Let's get it, y'all. I'm loving this album, man. This album is so fire, man. I think I probably spent the album, I want to say, probably about like, since it came out, probably like 5 times. I probably listened to it like 5 times. I know some of y'all probably on 20, 30 and all that stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's get it, man.
Said, it ain't about money. I can show you the world, girl. What can you do for me? We can take a vacation, go somewhere in the country. Turn the radio on, hear my song saying, my favorite song saying. She don't know, she slept through the future, missed it was yesterday. So we right back where we started, she still trying to get away. Girl, you wasting my time, and I am wasting your time, but that's okay. I said it's okay. Let me give you what you want. Killing yourself like this, going crazy, keeping all of these secrets. How was that living? Every time I reminisce, I keep thinking it was better than. I remember we would make out underneath the rain clouds. Stay out late, I wanna lay down, break ground. Then you tell me we could be okay, don't know for sure. Just familiar numbers hammered to your door. You left home right away, cause your life is like night and day. You keep going back and forth. Let me give you what you want. Ooh, and maybe later what you need. Yeah, I remember, girl, you used to have fun. Yeah, now I ain't seen a smile in a while. Heard you feeling pretty lonely. Yeah, your daddy should've got you that pony.
Yo, this part right here though, man, I give you the pause, y'all. This part, man, I was like vibing out when he did this, man. When Mac be doing like that, I don't really want to call it scatting, but like when he just like be in his zone, can I give you what you need? Can I give you what you want? Like that part, like he was cooking up here, man, at the end.
Can I give you what you need? Can I give you what you want? Can I give you what you need? What you need? What do you need, girl? Yeah, so can I give you what you want? Whoa. Can I give you what you need? Whoa. So can I give you what you want? Whoa. Can I give you what you need? What you need? What do you need, girl?
I love that right there, man. Just like you, man. Mac's such a damn genius. And it's unfortunate, a lot of people never had the privilege to like really be into his music when he was alive and everything. This animation is so dope too. I love this animation. We just vibing, y'all, for real. So yeah, y'all, that was $5 pony rides, man. Y'all let me know what's y'all favorite album on. Favorite track on the album, man, for real. So look, so $5 Pony Rides, right? $5 Pony Rides, the lead single from Balloonerism, sees Mac Miller reflecting on a complex, emotionally distant relationship. The song blends nostalgia with empathy as Mac offers both temporary comfort, what you want, and deeper emotional support, what you need. The title $5 Pony Ride serves as a metaphor for fleeting pleasures, highlighting the emptiness of quick fixes. With a mix of longing and frustration, Mac explores themes of loneliness, missed opportunities, and the difficulty of truly connecting. That right there is wild, man. Mac always is on another level and all that. And it's crazy. Like, he always reminded people that he was human, too, man. Like, well, I think on this album, he even says it. He's like, don't call, I think he said, like, don't call me the greatest or something like that. He says something in that regard because he's like, you know, pretty much saying when your head gets hyped up like that, you lose, like, I forgot, like, you lose the passion or something along them lines, man. But so he's like, say it ain't about the money. Like the way he starts it, man, I can show you the world, girl. What can you do for me? We could take a vacation, go somewhere in the country, turn the radio on, hear my song saying, whoa, oh. You gotta love that shit right there. Your favorite song saying, whoa, oh. She don't know she slept through the future, missed it. It was yesterday. So we right back where we started. She trying to get away. That when he cooked up that way, man, it's just he's real clever with everything. Girl, you wasting my time, and I'm wasting your time, but that's okay. I said it's okay. Let me give you what you want, like that right there, baby lady. You what you need. I remember, girl, you used to have fun. Now I ain't seen a smile in a while. Heard you feeling pretty lonely. I'm rocking out, y'all, man. Yo, when he was doing that, can I? Yo, I was like at work and I was like jamming. I was like, yo, he cooking, man. Shouts to back. All right, yeah, I'm really excited about this reaction, y'all. My bad. All right, so like fanning out right now. My biggest regret is that I did not go to one of his concerts, man. Like that kills me, man. My brother been to one, but that's one thing I really regret because there were opportunities to go to some of his concerts, man, and they missed my radar, man. I was like, dang, man, I'm gonna just catch him again. You know how it is with artists. I'm gonna just catch him again at a better time for me. But I wish I really would have pulled the trigger and saw him live and all that stuff. All right, next track we have is Friendly Hallucinations, man. Let's get right into it.
Can you hear the whispers of an innocent, ignorant child in the ocean? Get to swimming or drown. How long has it been since you smiled? Girl, I love the way your body fit inside that gown. Her mama was a ladybug, papa was an atheist, working on a novel set in Cold War Romania, chasing love, idolizing Joan of Arcadia. Pray the landscapers don't wake her up. I'm a slave to the baseline. Conversation topic got us tangled in the grapevine. Still wide awake, I'm a stranger to the daytime. Vampire, higher than a hang glider. Look around and all I see is gray skies. There's help inside that medicine cabinet. Came in for the answers, but she left with a habit. There's no one on the other end of that telephone. Let's fall asleep to the metronome. Yeah. She's falling for her hallucination. What's love without imagination? Yeah.
Classic Mac.
Baby, don't let them tell you what's real and what's not. There's a paradise waiting on the other side of the dock. Whoa. It's only real if it's real to you. Does it feel? It's only real if it's real to you. It's only real if it's real to you. So what's it feel like? Yeah. Tell me, is it real if you can't hold it in your arms, but it can touch you? Feel its texture pressing up against your chest. You say, I love you, you don't hear it back. Falling victim to a world that's filled with satire. Mark Twain admire. Open Tom Sawyer, read a passage to the cab driver. She only in the backseat of a taxi cause the car is in the shop with a flat tire. Mom say she believe her, but she always been a bad liar. Had a plan to burn her past, but it backfired. Hold on and be strong, kneel before your king. The land you put your knees on, it won't be long till your path finds you. And if love is just a fantasy, what's the problem if you fall in love with fantasy? They assume she's confused with delusions she's creating in the waiting room for psychiatric evaluation. She doesn't have the patience to be treated like a patient. It'll be okay if she just swallow his pills. She's falling for her hallucination. What's love without imagination? Yeah. Baby, don't let them tell you what's real and what's not. There's a paradise waiting on the other side of the dock. conversations with friendly hallucinations. Having a conversation with friendly hallucinations. Need no explanation. There's beauty in creation. My Lord, my Lord. She's falling for her hallucinations. What's love without imagination? Yeah. Baby, don't let them tell you what's real and what's not. There's a paradise waiting on the other side of the dock. Whoa. It's only real if it's real to you. It's only real if it's real to you. It's only real if it's real to you.
Yeah. Yo, every time like Mac harmonizes, man, like with like a female singer, like it's always good. Like even with him and Ariana Grande, just like, you don't know how beautiful you are. Like it's just when he harmonizes with like the ladies, it's like it's really good, man. And it's like I feel like he could have made a whole album like that, just harmonizing, cause he could do that shit, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I heard like the Divine Feminine, man, that right there, man, that I think that album right there, like I already know Mac Miller was great and he was like versatile as hell, but on Divine Feminine, man, that one it was just something about that album, man. It's still one of my favorite Mac albums, and I feel like it gets slept on for real. It's just everything, man, from the old couple, the skit and the old couple and everything, like when the lady's talking about her husband and everything. It's just all that stuff collectively as like a project is just fire to me. And then I saw some interviews when Mac Miller was at like a park, and then he was looking around and he was like, he pointed to like the older people. He's like, they're not even saying nothing to each other. He's like, that's dope. He's like, they could just sit there and just not even say anything, and like no need for like pointless conversation. But then like in Pulp Fiction, Uma Thurman said something similar to that when she was like, isn't that crazy? Like, why do we always feel the need to like talk with bullshit? Why can't we just fucking enjoy silence? And that right there is real, because I know me and my wife, we could just sit there and not say nothing to each other, and it's not awkward, it's not weird. We're just like enjoying silence. It's real. All right, so I don't know if y'all heard my arm crack. That's crazy. What happens when you get old? But but yeah, Friendly Hallucinations, as well as the second track on this album, DJ's Core Organ, marks Miller and SZA's third and fourth official collaboration together. On SZA's 2014 album Z, I didn't know that Miller produced the song "Warm Winds" and "Your" under the producer what's that? Pseudonym Larry. Oh, I'm gonna just say Larry Fisherman. We all know Larry Fisherman's Mac. On this track, Miller tells a story about the delusions drugs bring and the detachment from the world and the raw human emotions it may bring. And we all know like Mac like always had like he had like that he like he liked pills, man. You know what I'm saying? He was into that. He's into smoking weed and everything. But that's what made me mad when he had passed away, because people were saying like they were saying like they kept saying like drug like overdose, drug overdose, drug overdose, drug overdose. Like Mac just took too many drugs or something like that. But that's not what happened. What happened was he had his drugs were spiked. They had shit in them. You know what I'm saying? He had stepped on drugs. They had some shit in him. He got murdered. He didn't kill himself. He was murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened, and that's why it pissed me off when people were saying like he dies of a drug overdose. I was like, ain't no way. So I started doing my research and everything. You know what I'm saying? They caught the people that did it too. So fuck them. Um, but yeah, so he starts off. He's like, "Can you hear the whispers of an innocent, ignorant child in the ocean? Get to swimming or drowning. Sink or swim mentality." I think Mac Miller's referring to the phase of childhood, where the mind is starting to mature and realize that the world may not be as good as it seemed to be when they were children and had no worries. In this phase, it's common to either drown, fall into the substance, be lazy, or just give up. Or as Mac Miller says, man up and admit that it's a problem. From perfect circles, Godspeed, yes, and move on with the life as others do attempt to mature mentally to be able to make it through this world. This also just happens to be the theme of message behind Excelsior, a song later on this album. So yeah. Um How long has it been since you smiled? Girl, I love the way your body fit inside that gown. Her mama was a ladybug. So let me see what he mean. Her mom, ladybugs are small beetles. Okay, we know what a ladybug is. Mac Miller describes the mother as protective. Okay, got you. So it says, ladybugs are small beetles that protect plants by feeding on harmful vermin. For this reason, their role as a guardian in the ecosystem translates to them often being seen as protectors and allies and shielding against negative and harmful energy and a metaphysical symbolism. Thus, Mac Miller describes the mother as protective. That's deep right there. I would never thought about that. When you say your mom is a ladybug. And her papa was an atheist. Obviously, that means they don't believe in God. Working on the novel set in the Cold War of Romania, chasing love, idolizing Joan of Arcadia. Pray the landscapers don't wake her up. I'm a slave to the baseline. Conversation's topic got us tangled up in the grapevine. Still wide awake. I'm a stranger to the daytime. Vampire higher than a hang glider. You know, so he's like, I don't like the daytime. I like the nighttime. I'm a vampire and I'm higher than a hang glider. Look around. All I see is gray skies. There's help inside the medicine cabinet. This right here is crazy right here, man. All I see is gray size. There's help inside the medicine cabinet. Came in for the answers, but she left with a habit. See, this right here is crazy. So pretty much he's talking about people like you go to the doctor to go get diagnosed for a problem and everything, right? And they give you pills. Then when you give those pills, when people get given those pills, sometimes they end up being addicted to the pill or whatever's in the pill, their body gets addicted to it to the point where they have to keep reading up on that same stuff. And that's what he's talking about. He's like looks around, all he sees is gray skies. There's help inside the medicine cabinet. Came in for the answers, but she left with a habit. There's no one on the other side of the telephone. Let's sleep to the metronome. Let's fall asleep to the metronome. That right there is crazy. So he's like, just at the start of the second verse, she calls up the drugs to help her out, but gets no reply. Ties in to the previous coming in for the answers. Then he's like, let's fall asleep to the metronome. A metronome is a device that produces an audible click or other sound at a uniform interval that can be set by the user, typically in beats per minute. Metronomes may also include synchronized visual motions such as swinging pendulum or a blinking light. Musicians often practice with a metronome to improve their timing, especially the ability to maintain a steady tempo with a regular beat or pulse. Okay. So then Mac Miller says it goes in, she's falling in love for hallucinations, but what's love without imagination? That right there is crazy, man. But don't let them tell you what's real and what's not and what's not. So it says the drugs are causing psychosis, a mental disorder in which you have difficulty differentiating between reality and imagination. Baby, don't let them tell you what's real and what's not. Maybe the drugs finally speaking to the woman, telling her not to listen to the people trying to help and just continue her reliance on drugs despite her clearly declining mental state. Song is deep, man. Song is deep as hell. So then, my bad, y'all. So then he's like, tell me, yeah, and he's like, tell me if it's real if you can't hold it in your arms, but it can touch you. Feel its texture pressing up against your chest. You say, I love you, but you don't hear it back. So with this one, these lines allude to the feeling that drugs bring, like the feeling of drugs and everything. Like it's like you love the drug. It's like it's real, but it's really not. So he's like these lines allude to the feeling that the drugs bring. It may not be real in the physical sense, but it's real because it's real to you, as you can feel the elation of the drugs bring you. Despite this, it still won't answer because they don't love you back. You form a reliance on them and love them, but they don't have the same ability to love. It's real, man. Just going in right there. So he's like, falling victim to the world that filled with satire, Mark Twain admired. Open Tom Sawyer, read the passage to the cab driver. She only in the back seat of the taxi because her car is in the shop with a flat tire. Mom says she believes her, but she always been a bad liar. So pretty much her mom's lying to her. Had a plan to burn her past, but it backfired. Hold on and be strong. Kneel before your king. The land you put your knees on, it won't be long till your path finds you. I wonder if that means if he's talking about fate. A crazy double entendre, really knees. Oh yeah, that's right, Nissan. That's right, Nissan Pathfinder. That's what it was, the entendre. That's what I thought it was at first, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, hold on, be strong, kneel before the time, the land on your knees. It won't be long before the path finds you. So Nissan, Land Rover, Pathfinder, stuff like that. If it's love, if love is just a fantasy, then what's the problem if you fall in love with fantasy? They assume she's confused with delusions she's creating. in the waiting room for a psychiatric evaluation. So now it's to the point that the drugs got to her so much. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the drugs got to her so much that it's to the point where they gotta evaluate her now. They gotta see what's wrong with her because the drugs have taken control. Let's see what it says. Mac talks about her mental illness going away if she swallows a pill. He often talks about self-medicating, and he did so during his whole life. All right, that doesn't really have nothing to do with it, but yeah, we already knew that. And then his back, she's falling for hallucinate. So look, my bad. Falling for hallucination was love without imagination. Damn, fucking these words up, y'all. My bad, man. This is probably one of the most like emotional reactions I ever had, to be honest with y'all, man. It's just the timing and everything, man. That's the reason why it took so long to get this joint out, man. Um, okay, and I've been busy as hell. Let's get to the next track. I mean, of course, this song right here on the album is fire. But yeah, let's get to Miss Deborah Downer and see what's popping with that, man. Thanks for everybody for showing up as always, man.
Yeah, nothing is impossible. Do the shit together, we unstoppable. Raised to be a leader, not a navigator. Wrote down on scraps of paper. All roads lead to the same confusion. I mean, all roads lead to the same conclusions. They found my body somewhere in the sewer. My girl to find the word prolific for me, and I can't read her mind, she wrote a different story. Oh well, redemption is a funny bitch. The devil always be right where the money is. Somebody gotta be watching you, but no one is. It's kinda crazy life could be this simple. Nothing's coincidence. My best friend packed his things, threw him in the car. I haven't seen him since. Guess I understand he always got the chills when he saw a room full of rolled up $100 bills. Yeah. Even pills turn to powder, babe. Even pills turn to powder. The world wanna crush him down. Even pills turn to powder, babe. And you'll sit right next to me and crush him down. If pills can turn to powder, then it's
Yo, this part right here, man, this joint gave me chills when he did this part right here, y'all. If pills can turn to powder, then the world can turn to ash. Like this one right here gave me chills when I first heard this.
pills can turn to powder, then this world could turn to ash. Everything seems so slow, but my past, thought that it would last longer. I just thought that this feeling would last longer. Yeah. Treasure map. Nowhere on that motherfucker say where the X is at. Now I wanna see the whole world through a telecast. Been waiting my whole life, I finally thought I should tell you that. Yeah. I started smoking weed again. Started trying to read again. Clean myself up, now would you be my friend? Do I need to know the beginning to see the end? What's the difference between the truth and things that we pretend? I'm not awake, faded, watch the day go by. And only at the lows do I chase that high. Fear God, stay humble. Original sin, we all come from the same struggle.
This part right here, wild, man.
What you gonna do when the money coming slow? What you gonna do when the money coming slow? What you gonna do when the money coming slow? And you left out on your own. What you gonna do when the money coming slow? What you gonna do when the money coming slow? What you gonna do when the money coming slow? And you left out in the cold.
Can I get 4 Norcos, 2 Oxys, 2 Roxys, 3 methadone, couple Percocets,
some heroin, 2 Xanax bars, and 6 ounces of that weed.
thank
What you gonna do? Money coming slow. 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 Whoa, whoa, what you gonna do?
And that song right there, man. That song right there is like gave me chills too when I heard it, man. It's just the way that he ended up passing away and everything. It's like this album is like speaking to us, man. Like Mac was having so many battles with himself, like behind the scenes and everything, and in the spotlight. You know, he knew life was good and everything. He just had his battles to fight, and I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like if they wouldn't have poisoned those drugs, because he's been taking those drugs, but like I feel like if they wouldn't have poisoned those drugs, I feel like Mac would have eventually found like, you know, where he needed to be. Like he would eventually kick this habit and everything. Cause you could just like with his music changing and everything. It's just like he just had so much different things going on with his music, and I would imagine like the more he starts to change his music and explore other sounds the way he was doing it, I think eventually the drugs would end up going away. Of course, I think he would have still had weed with him, but but I don't really count that. But like as far as like the pills and all that stuff. But yeah, he's like, yeah, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. Do this shit together. We unstoppable. Raised to be a leader, not a navigator. That right there is real, right there. I'm made to be a leader, not a navigator. I'm not made to tell you where to go. You know what I'm saying? Follow my lead, but I'm not going to navigate you to where you are. Wrote this down on scraps of paper. All roads lead to the same confusion. I mean, all roads lead to the same conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like when you follow a road and everything, it's just like it's confusing on where to go and everything. And he's like all roads lead to like the same, like different ends and everything, with the same ends. He's like from a philosophical or existential existential perspective, everything in life tends to lead to the same questions, confusion, and in the end, the same conclusion. We can infer that the conclusion Mac is referring to of in this song are that life has no meaning or goal. This is accepted, but becomes a cycle of confusion and repeated conclusion. So everybody's trying to figure out what life is. Found my body somewhere in the sewer. My girl defined the world. The word is prolific for me, and I can't read her mind. She wrote a different story. Oh well, redemption is a funny bitch. The devil always right where the money is. That right there is real, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't sell your soul for like when it comes to the money, when it comes to the fame, all that stuff. Shit. Even your job, man. Some people be selling their soul to their job and they don't even know it. That's really sad. I got people I work with, they sold their soul to the job. It's like their moral compass is all the way fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They're so fucked up they don't even see what's wrong with it. It's well known in the industry is a adverse place and an evil corporation, whether that is because some people would do anything for the money or because of the vices and crimes happening under the radar. Perhaps because people pretend to be your friend to use us to their advantage. Generally speaking, they paint this promised land when selling the idea of fame and wanting you to sign a contract, but the devil always be where the money is. A good example of a song that exemplifies this feeling is For Sale by Kendrick Lamar. Fire song. When Lucifer convinced him to take the road to fame. Yeah, so salute to Kendrick. So Kendrick and Mac Miller got what they got. Y'all let me know. I know off the top of my head, I know two songs that they have together. They got two songs together that I know of. He's got the joint with Mac on Divine Feminine, and then he's got the what is on Macadelic. He's got another track, yeah. Dang man, what the hell's the name of that song on Macadelic, man? It's like when the camera come on, you be forgetting about stuff. But yeah, he got a track with Kendrick on Divine Feminism and Macadelic. Let me know if he got another one, y'all, that I'm missing. Salute to Kendrick too. He's over here doing his thing out here, man. Like kicking Drake out of the spotlight and all that stuff. He doing his thing. Um, where was I at, y'all? What he say? He's like, yeah, the devil always where the money is. Somebody got to be watching you, but no one is. It's kind of crazy. Life could be this simple. Life could be this simple. Nothing's coincidence. My best friend packed this thing, threw him in the car. I haven't seen him since. Guess I understand he always got the chills when he saw a room full of rolled up $100 bills. So I'm wondering if from this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna check it out in a second. I'm thinking that Mac's friend saw him. He saw him and then he left. And then when he saw a bunch of rolled up $100 bills, people usually use dollar bills to like snort coke and everything. So it says Mac's best friend in the song left once. He got a real glimpse of just how bad Mac's addiction was. Seeing a room full of rolled up $100 bills used for cocaine and other substances for the last time, and growing uncomfortable with how deterring Mac's problem actually was for those in his environment. The line the lines act as a visualization and projection for Mac's drug problem and how it could slash would sometimes push his family, his friends, or even potential partners away from him when he was using. 2013, 2014, going even as far as 2012, this was when Mac started experimenting heavily with drugs, explaining so across all his words from 2013 to 14 and how it affected him. Mac addresses his drug problems in many videos, a couple including the Faders Stop Making Excuses documentary in 2015, Mac Miller on new album Battling Depression, Donald Trump, Larry King interview 2015, and more. So yeah, so he's talking about, so that is what he was indeed talking about with his friend, like when he said his friend when he's like, nothing's coincidence. My best friend packed his things, threw him in the car. I haven't seen him since. So he left when he saw like how bad the drugs were on Mac. So then Mac's like, even pills turn to powder, baby. Said even pills turn to powder. So you know how it is, like when you crush down pills, they turn to powder and everything. We all did and become dust in the world, human powder, if you will. Nothing lasts forever, even if it makes you feel larger than life. And that's what he's talking about. He's like, if pills turn to powder, baby. Said even pills turn to powder. The world want to crush them down. Even pills turn to powder. Can you sit right next to me and crush them down? Then he's like, if pills can turn to powder, then the world can turn to ash. You know what I'm saying? Anything could be crushed into something, and anything could be crushed. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is above anything. You know, anything, everything could be broken down. He was like, everything seems so slow, but my past, I thought it would last longer. I love that right there, man. You ever think about your childhood, man? I wish my past could last longer. It's just like your childhood, man. It's just, you think about how innocent you were, um, the things you went to, because we say it all the time, man. Especially like us '80s babies and millennials and all that stuff. It's one of them things like we be like, dang, man, this ain't the same son that raised us. Dang, man, we used to play outside all the time. Dang, man, we didn't even know how real we had it with like Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and all that other stuff. We didn't realize like how fun those times were, the sleepovers, riding the bikes to your friend's house. And it's like you just wish that time lasted longer. But then if you're like in your 30s or something like that time is like way back. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're talking about between the ages of probably like when you could remember, probably between the ages of like 5 to like 12, you know what I'm saying? Or even shit 5 to 15, so when you hit 17 all the way to 30, it's like it's just different now, man. You kind of miss being a kid. That's why I always tell my kids, I'm like, yo, man, embrace being a kid, man. Don't be in a rush to grow up. Now, one of my kids don't ever want to grow up. He think he Peter Pan and shit. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, he's like, but my past, I thought that it would last longer. I just thought that. This feeling would last longer. And then he's like, yeah, somebody gave me, I love this right here. Yeah, somebody gave me a treasure map. Nowhere on that motherfucker said where the X is at. And I don't want to see the whole world through a telecast. That right there is tough. So it's like light gave him a path to follow, but without a clear destination, this symbolizes that the lives we live have no true destination, meaning, or set end goal. Only things we have set for ourselves. That's real right there. Um, and he's like, and I don't want to see the whole world through a telecast. This could be an explanation of how Mac lived during his struggles with addiction. Name of his other songs during this time have themes of isolation, depression, and a little social outreach. Mac expresses how he's done seeing the world just through his television, and he needs to get himself outside. So yeah, salute to Mac, man. Been waiting my whole life. I finally thought I should tell you that. Start smoking weed again. Start trying to read again. Clean myself up. Now would you be my friend? So I wonder if he's talking about his I wonder if he's talking about his friend that left him and everything when he saw like the bills and all that stuff and the coke addiction. I wonder if that's what he's talking about. He's talking about I started smoking weed again. I started to read again. I'm cleaning myself up. Now will you be my friend? Many people depend on drugs for comfort or see it as an escape. When someone stops doing drugs, they are clean, but still are extremely tempted to take the drugs again when life gets too much for them. Mac might be saying how he lost some of his close friends or even family once he had started his drug issues. He may have relapsed, but he asks if he cleans himself up again and stops the drugs, could they be friends again? That right there, man, you can only imagine how that feels, man. You just got this addiction and people around you are leaving, and it's like you just got that vice on you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That addiction is just like controlling your life, and it's like you're choosing the drugs over them. Like, not like you really are, but it's like it's not like you're in your mind you're looking at it that way. It's just a feeling. Um, Yeah, he's like, do I need to know the beginning to see the end? What's the difference between the truth and things that we pretend? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference between what's real and like what we think is real? I lie awake faded, watch the days go by, and only at the lows do I chase that high. When I'm low, that's when I chase the high. I don't chase high unless I'm low. Fear God, stay humble. Original sin, we all come from the same struggle. So pretty much, we're all sinners and everything. In Christian philosophy, when Eve ate the apple in the Garden of Eden, she threw away all hope of human beings living in a perfect sinless life. Instead, when she ate the apple, she made every human to be born with original sin in their soul. To clean the original sin someone is born with, you must be baptized. Mac is saying we all come from the same struggle since we're all born in original sin. Then he's like, what you gonna do when the money coming slow? What you gonna do when the money coming slow? And it's just like it's one of the addictions. Like, so when I hear this, I'm thinking of different things. Like when the money's coming slow, you know what I'm saying? I look at it from two perspectives, right? When he's saying what you gonna do when the money comes slow, is like, are you gonna turn to drugs because the money's come slow, or what you gonna do when the money comes slow and you can't afford the drugs? I'm thinking of two different problems. The drug abusers heavily rely on drugs to feel normal or even act and think straight. Drugs become a necessity when people basically lives and spends most of their time high off drugs. Therefore, Matt could be asking himself what would happen and do when he runs out of drug money. So that's one of the perspectives I was talking about. And then like you hear it, it's like, what you gonna do when the money coming slow and you left out in the cold? So it's like now you can't afford the drugs, and then you got the can I get 4 narcos, 2 oxys, 2 roxys, 3 methadone, and all the other stuff, placing an order and all that stuff. That right there was like so cringeworthy to me, man, because I watched the I don't want to call it a documentary, but I watched like somebody on YouTube. I wish I had their channel so I could put in the link. Somebody on YouTube pretty much did the whole. I think it was called like the last 48 hours of Mac Miller or something like that. And they showed like the text messages and all that stuff when he was talking to the dealers and all that stuff. And it's like it's similar to like what he's talking. Of course, he didn't order all this hard stuff she's talking about, but you saw him placing orders similar to this. And I was just like, damn, Mac, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's wild to me. But yeah, y'all. So that right there, those are the three for today, man. Those are the three for today. What does it say? Recorded March 10th, 2014. First hinted at by featured vocalist Ashley All Day in a tweet describing the outro skit. Feed me Feed Me Drugs at Mac Miller. So they were talking about this back in 2014. Salute to Faces too, debatably one of Mac's greatest albums. Debatably, you know what I'm saying? It's still a tough decision for me. But like, cause I love all Mac's albums, so I never really try to say which one is my favorite. Cause I love Kids, I love Best Day Ever. Of course, I love Watch TV with the Sound, all Divine Feminine. Like, I love them all. So it's tough, man. It's tough. But yeah, y'all, those are the three, man, for this video right now, man. So make sure you check out part 3. We're gonna check out Stoned. Why is Stoned up there twice? I messed up there, y'all. Stone wasn't supposed to be up there twice. I just realized that. But we got Stone. Shangri-La or Shangri-La. I'm tripping. And Funny Papers. Funny Papers is one of my favorite on this album, man. But yeah, I'll see y'all over there, man. Love you guys, man. Thanks for all love and support. See you soon. Peace.